A huge welcome to everybody. This is our game of the week. Tremendous buzz in the stadium. You can feel the energy building. Fan base is looking forward to this one, and we're right there with them. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Tulane Green Wave. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Terrapins are kicking away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's low. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Receiver makes the catch. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. They're going to run it. Eludes a tackle. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. So we got the Big Ten versus the Big 12, 2 conferences that have been reshaped dramatically in recent years, Kirk. Always interesting to have these 2 leagues collide. It's an opportunity.
Yeah, and the Big Ten and the Big 12, they don't have a ton of history together, but they do have some history in recent years. Remember, Ohio State and Oklahoma had a home-and-home. Ohio State beat Oklahoma in Norman, and the following year, remember Baker Mayfield planting the Oklahoma flag after they upset Ohio State in 2017, and that propelled them into a playoff berth. So there's no reason why a win like that on either side couldn't do the same.
It's third down for the offense. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They've got him, but not before making first down yards. They'll move the ball to the 41.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage. They could not deny this back and coming up with that conversion.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking for a deep completion. Oh, and it's dropped right off his hands. A chance for a big play, but a little early nerves on the part of that receiver.
Chris, they don't hit this pass, but I love the approach here as a play caller. Taking a shot and being aggressive, getting that ball downfield, stretching that defense. Try to keep those safeties back. It can open up other aspects of your offense.
An inside give now from the shotgun. That big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive, running the ball, throwing the football. It seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. There's a shot toward the end zone. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he will score. Touchdown, Tulane.
Well, the script from the offensive coordinator works perfectly here to get this game started for this offense. Great job of mixing up a lot of different looks to get a read and a gauge of what this defense is up to today, and you're able to put 6 points up on the board. Great start.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Ball handed off. Breaking free at the 35. He breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. A big play moves the ball across midfield to the opponent's 43.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Second down after that run on the previous play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Crucial third down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Going for a big play downfield. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Check out this decision. They're going to go for it on fourth and very long. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And he lofts it deep over the middle. Oh, that one's picked off. Look out, he's got some space. Across midfield. The 30. Inside the 20. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Green Wave. And they'll set up for the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. This one will be fair caught. Here comes the Maryland offense back on the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick six, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And he's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. They'll hand it off. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Tackle made after a big gain.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
That's a design quarterback keeper. Breaking tackles.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Now it's second down here. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Take it down, but not before he makes the first down. The Terrapins looking to use the up-tempo offense here. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Here's the handoff on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Terrapins.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Bringing it out. It's low. And he's brought down at the 16. We've been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And one final play before the end of the quarter. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Play action here on first down. The pass rush closing in. Receiver makes the grab. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play.
The end of the first quarter with the score. Tulane 14, Maryland 7.
You know, boys, we got this.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Man, Chris, we could hear the contact from that hit all the way up here in the booth. So, hey, it's easy to blame the ball carrier, but I don't know if anybody could have been able to hold on to the ball after that hit.
He'll hand it off.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The gain makes it second and medium. Linebackers shifting around now. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Terrapins.
Chris, you don't see it often, but how much do I love seeing that fullback get a touchdown. He blocks all the time. They rarely give him a chance to get his hands on the ball, and when he does, he's rewarded with 6 points.
And he knocks through the PAT. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Now they get set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's low. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
And your Tulane Green Wave will take over 1st and 10.
And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. Last possession, they fumbled it away, and it set up a touchdown drive. Then they bounce back from that right away. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. He's moving out of the pocket now. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, that's going to go down as an incompletion, obviously. But I like that the quarterback showed his ability to escape. Broke loose from the pocket and put the ball on a string. Just wasn't able to come up with that completion.
As the first down still on the move. Tackle made way downfield. Enormous gain.
And now that is a running back's dream. I don't think the guy got touched until he got taken to the ground. It's just excellent blocking. There's nobody he had to make miss or use his stiff arm. Just a lot of open field.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tulane. And now here comes the point after attempt. PAT puts him in front by 7. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
14.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken. The Maryland offense is back out on the field now. A little bit of my turn and your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Toss play. Back heads to his right. Breaks loose at the 40. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
That's a football play right there, Chris. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. It almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
Running back with the carry. Tackle is made near the 48-yard line. Brings up second down.
A gain makes it second and medium. Handoff here from the shotgun. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Well, they feed the fullback here, and the big fella with a solid gain there.
Yeah, there aren't a whole lot of college offenses that still display a fullback. It sure is nice to see a guy that not only can block most of the game, but occasionally get his hands on the football and get some positive yards. These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
He'll hand it off. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up.
Picks up 4. Brings up second down.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. They'll try the option play here. Pitches to the back. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. On third down, it's a handoff. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
So now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit. Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Bringing it out. It's low. Oh, and he's got some space here. On the move. Can they catch him? Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good, so the lead now is 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. Here comes the Maryland offense back on the field. Time is running out before halftime. They cut into this now 2-possession lead. And he lobs it deep down the middle. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
What a big play here by the quarterback and the receiver. By having an opportunity to make that big play, now they have a chance to put the ball in the end zone.
The pocket breaking down. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
There we go. The defense is able to finally get some pressure on this guy. That's one way to slow him down. He has had one heck of a drive, but this time, give the defense some credit for getting after him.
And he'll drop back here on third down. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to create here on the move. And it's intercepted. It's a fumble. Runner falls on the football to prevent the turnover. That could have been a disaster.
Boy, a lot happened right there. Good job of coming up with that interception. I thought he was off to the races and had a chance for big yards, only to lose the football. He's very fortunate one of his teammates hopped on that football, so they still get the turnover.
And the Tulane offense is back out on the field now. Let's see how the offense plays it here. Not much time remaining if they want to get a chunk play, put him in scoring position before the half. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Lets it go quickly. It's a highlight reel diving catch there. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. Empty set now, 5 wide receivers. Looking to throw it on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Going for his running back. And this pass is on target. Caught. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
He pulls it in for a big gain. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Looking for the wideout. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Really nice job of mixing up the looks here by this defense. Sometimes man, sometimes zone. They fool the quarterback here completely, and he throws the pick.
First down, looking to throw the football. He stays alive. Looking to scramble now. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Time running down, just one play left here in the half. And they get him down what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Ball spotted at the 17. We've been better off just taking a knee. Is back out on the field now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Lets it fly to the wideout. And it's complete downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. And the Terrapins looking to run some tempo here. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Extending the play now. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even the second and third option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that first down.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted. Take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
He's back to throw again on 2nd down. The senior calls his own number, picks up the first down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. He'll take a deep shot here. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Here's the 2nd down play. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Going to try to use his legs here. You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Bringing pressure. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Well, this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance. He gets out of the pressure off to his right. But, man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He lets it go on the move. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
I mean, I get trying to get the football to this receiver. He's one of the most talented guys in the country. But with two guys bracketing him, I don't know why you would make that throw. Should have been intercepted.
Using his legs on the scramble. Will he score here? Could be muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line.
These are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him tied up. They thought they were going to be able to get him to the ground on the pass rush, but they're unable to do so. So he gets away, picks up a big first down, and now this sets up a first and goal inside the 10.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The Terrapins will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, I really thought on second goal you might see the offensive coordinator elect to throw the ball, but instead try to catch the defense napping by running. Man, does it backfire.
An important third down and goal now. Direct snap to the back. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down. The offense trailing here in the second half. This is a crucial fourth down try. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense.
Instead of getting points here and going for the field goal, this offense decides to get aggressive, and the offensive line gives up the sack. It looked like they miscommunicated. The defense, to their credit, is able to get after the quarterback, and they come up with not only a stop, but now they get the ball back themselves.
And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And here comes a deep shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Defense finally gets him down, and they showcase the shiftiness on that play.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Launching downfield. Makes the catch downfield. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
They'll run it from the gun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack in their game plan.
Oh, the pass is picked off. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
On first and 10, looking to throw, trying to extend the play. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. That's a big gain, finally brought down near the 37. And the Terrapins hustle to the line to run the hurry-up.
Anytime you have a sudden change like this, Chris, I love to see the idea of this quick strike. The defense barely really has a chance to get established and get set. Next thing you know, they're dealing with an offense that's coming right at them, trying to put points on.
He's got it near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Terrapins.
You know, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy.
And it's picked off in the end zone.
The two-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Maryland, 23.
Fielded in the end zone. It's low. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And here comes the Green Wave offense back on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Tailback takes the handoff again. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Maryland, 23.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
Yeah, I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. It's caught downfield. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
The defense does a nice job of forcing the quarterback here to be patient by playing zone. They run a crossing route. Defense is there, but not able to break up the catch.
Looking to throw it deep. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. 7-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 3.
On the double. 325. Longer. Interior.
Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Grab down the middle. It's low. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that 1st down yardage.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the 1st down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
It's a run to the left.
You know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Ready up.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this first down. And, Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base. I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Brings up second and goal.
All right, it's second down and goal now for this offense. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. And they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal. As a design quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Green Wave. Still no answer for this offense. Set up with a PAT. Extra point up and good, so the lead is 12 here in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Maryland offense back on the field. They'll hand it off. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22. The Terrapins will come to the line to run the hurry-up.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half.
And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Brings up second down.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Here's that defense shifting again. Second down, they're going to throw it. He's running out of time here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. And looking to throw now on first down. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins. So here we go, 4th quarter. They've cut into the lead, but still work to do.
Well, I think the cool thing is that they're still battling, and they put themselves at least in a position now to possibly come back and maybe, who knows, win this game. But it's going to be up to their defense. They've got to get the ball back to have a chance.
They'll make it into the end zone, cutting the deficit down to just 4. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Bringing it out. It's low. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over.
Green Wave will take over 1st and 10.
First down here. The offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. He shreds the tackle. Hit as he releases it, and the pass falls incomplete.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Quick completion to the tight end. We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. This is a big third down play coming up. If they can get the stop, you have to believe we'd see a timeout. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. The offense will go for here on 4th down and 3. Crucial play here. They go to the air. Finds this receiver. That's enough for the first down. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Boy, that conversion right there was an absolute dart by the quarterback, hitting his receiver. And the ball comes out that fast to put so much pressure on the defense to locate the football, let alone trying to get their hands on it.
And a timeout on the field. We'll talk some strategy, a crucial moment here. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Receiver makes the catch. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. And that's a great example that he's up to it.
A new set of downs after that completion. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They'll feed the back again. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Yeah, I like this call here late in a game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Well, really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side. Well, they put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.